You're listening to One of a Kind Milwaukee, a podcast. I'm your host, Angela. Welcome. So, if you listened to the last episode, you heard that it's been a busy time, and March, while it only had one episode, April, bam, 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 we're having lots of episodes. So, to kick off the first April episode, going to recap the Girls Weekend Renaissance Milwaukee West edition. So if you're following on social media, got to push that plug. The number one of a kind MKE, that's going to be the Instagram handle. And then for Facebook, it's One of a Kind Milwaukee, all spelled out. So that's always going to be your behind the scenes. And let me tell you, for Girls Weekend, we were posting live to the story. The girls were posting to their stories, and we created a lot of really, really fun content as well, you know, picking up on some of like the real trends or TikTok trends, if you will. And we just had a blast. So we stayed one night at the Renaissance Milwaukee West, which is located here in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. It's a stunning hotel. You walk in and it like smells amazing. Okay, like Renaissance, like what is that fragrance? I need it. I want it. Very luxurious vibe, I would call it, because it has very rich fabric, very rich colors and tones throughout the space, which just kind of upscales, you know, the look of the place and everything. And this specific Renaissance location has a take on the tailor and the seamstress is kind of their theme, which it's done in such a perfect and like subtle way. So like, for example, in the bathrooms, the wallpaper has like kind of like a sketching of like how you would do like, you know, put clothes together, like that kind of thing, you know. And then the end tables kind of being like a spool of thread, and the light fixtures and things in the lobby bar. It's a really cool lighting piece, but it's like a needle with thread. Again, it's very subtle if you don't know to look for it. The safety pin style of the fixtures kind of at the rooms, like right outside the rooms, and then also in the event space. It's really gorgeous. I love the velvet. There's a lot of like velvet fabric used throughout. I love that. So it's a very, very fun and hip hotel space. And they also have event space as well, which we toured around because there weren't any events taking place while we were walking around. So we kind of looked through the spaces. They have signage that shows photos of it. I have also personally attended an event there before, so I can say that the event space is really nice as well. So for Girls Weekend, we really focused on the specific hotel this time, with it being a one-nighter. So that's how the Girls Weekends are going to kind of work going forward. So if it's a 2-night stay, we'll more so focus on like the city location. Where are we staying? You know, so the first one was Visit Brookfield, and in that one we did a focus on a girls' night in and a focus on a girls' night out because there was the time to do so. But if it's just a one-night stay, it's really going to focus on the hotel venue itself primarily, and potentially going to a business outside of it, like if they don't have their own hotel restaurant kind of thing. But really just looking at like how much can you get done in a 24-hour span, right? So we kicked it off with everyone showing up, and guess who showed up so freaking late? Andrea. What? Who said that? So to be fair, she was waiting for her salad to be done at the store. So, but it was like an hour and a half after everybody else. And the girls were getting hungry because it was cutting into our mealtime. But anywho, everyone arrived in the theme, which was Think Pink, because you can't have a girls' weekend without a theme. And so everyone was just to show up in what they felt was like a casual, like easy to move around in outfit, because I had a feeling with our one activity, everyone was going to be more comfortable just kind of like sitting on the floor. So I wanted everyone to be something more cash for that. And the outfits were adorable. Everyone had a different take on Think Pink, which was really nice. So we had fun. Everyone got into their rooms. We stayed in the junior suite, which actually connected to the deluxe double queen. So that was kind of cool because we just like kept that open like during the day. And then we also had a king hotel room as well. And that was right next to us. So we were at the end of the hallway, the 3 doors. It was perfect setup. And we did pretty much everything in the junior suite because that had the full living space. It had like a nice wet bar with some more, countertop space. And the living room is ultimately where we congregated around the full morning, afternoon, into early evening, actually, because the girls just loved the DIY that we ended up doing so much. So we started off with lunch. Everyone brought something for lunch. We did a salad potluck, which turned out really nice. I made a chicken salad. We had a Thai noodle salad. There was a caprese salad, potato salad, and then an apple feta balsamic salad. And it was perfect. It was great. We had fun, did a fun little video, popped some champagne. And yeah, it kicked it off. Once we finished that and just had general chit chat, getting to know each other, because there were some people that other people hadn't met, kind of thing. And so this was their first time meeting each other from my friend group. I love bringing people together from different areas of my life in terms of friends and stuff. So, everyone met each other formally if they hadn't already met. And then we went into the craft. And for this girls' weekend, kind of the DIY activity was a charm bar. I surprised them with the charm bar. So if you're watching on the video, you can see here's my bracelet, my charm bracelet. But then on it, I did the first initials of my dogs, and then just some fun little ones that kind of make sense for me. And then what the girls did know about was bracelet making, and everyone actually brought in a strand of beads, and they were to bring them in to go along with our That's Me espresso theme, which was our evening theme. Say that 10 times fast. And we did kind of like a bead soup with the beads. And then that's when I surprised them that we were also going to do charms. But here on top, this is my beaded bracelet. It's tan and has some little gold and champagne colored beads on it. And we actually, got pretty fancy with it and even have a claw clip on our beaded bracelets. We went legit. We didn't just tie them. Okay. So some of the girls made multiple bracelets. Everyone made one charm bracelet, and then some made 3 or even I think 4 of the beaded bracelets. And actually they decided to cut into their me time. Always when you are doing a girls' weekend, have me time. Have downtime. Now, you may not be as OCD as me. Mind you, this isn't just because it was a podcasted girls' weekend that there's an itinerary. If you're going somewhere with me on a trip, there's gonna be an itinerary, okay? I can't not have an itinerary. It's not as intense as the girls' weekend itinerary, but it's pretty intense. I'll actually be sharing my 50 states travel with my mom and I, our itinerary onto the articles. My goal is by early summer, and you can see it's an itinerary, okay? So on there with the girls' weekend scheduled, kind of on your own time is on there, just because I feel it also gives people that permission to, if you want to take a freaking nap, take a nap. If you want to take a bubble bath, take a bubble bath. I took a bubble bath with a glass of wine and was in my this is the best thing on the planet, okay? Because that junior suite had like a giant tub. I relaxed for 20 minutes and just like shut my eyes in a hot bath with a glass of wine. Okay, it was perfect. A lot of the girls just kept making bracelets, which I think is awesome. So yeah, schedule that, me time. And the me time was kind of scheduled right before then like formal like get ready time, because some of us need like, okay, now you start getting ready to make sure you're done when we're supposed to be done. So I kind of try to do like 2 hours for get ready time. So like if you're not someone that needs 2 hours to get ready, then continue your me time, So then we started getting ready. The girls kind of got ready in their own rooms, spaces, spread out a little bit. Everyone has their own way of getting ready, right? And then we kicked it off with our goodie bags once everyone was ready. And our evening theme, I already kind of mentioned, but it was That's Me Espresso. You're like, Angela, what the heck? So the theme was just because, like, I wanted to do something fun with, I feel like we always tend to like wear like black going out and stuff. And, so the first girls' weekend, the theme was denim and sparkle, and for like the going out one. And so with this one, decided to do That's Me Espresso. What does that mean? That means nudes, brown tones, gold, like have fun. And the girls like killed it. I think we did a really good job with the theme. And it was fun, like, to see what everyone came up with. And then it was noted that it was like kind of like cocktail dress for like dressing up, right? Like to take it out of from like casual to let's go, it's evening time now. And so once everyone was all dressed, we did the goodie bags. And what are the goodie bags? Well, you can check it out for yourself on social media, the grand reveal of the goodie bag. And the reason the goodie bag is a part of Girls Weekend is because regardless of a 1 night, 2 night, you can only do so much, right, in a Girls Weekend. And so the goodie bag is a way to showcase other businesses in the area that would make for a great place to check out, stop into, maybe on your version, right, of a Girls Weekend, and or just to check out if you're local to the area, right? So we thank you so much to all of the businesses that took part. So we had Eldr+Rime Brew Pub. They had kindly given all the girls a tumbler and a hard seltzer beverage. And then Dave & Buster's actually created one of a kind Milwaukee sweatshirts for everybody, and gave everyone their like jerseys, like t-shirt or tank top jerseys. And then we had Barrister's Board Games. They contributed games and puzzles, and everyone got to like pick which one they wanted because it was an assortment. So it really helped to showcase like some of the really cool and like unique games that they have there, like not just your like your standard classics, so that's really neat. So that was really cool. And then we had Creative Fire Pottery, and they gave everyone these stunning, handmade mugs and trinket trays. And then we had from the Maggio's wood-fired pizza, a gift card, and then from Golden Nest, they also gave a gift card. So that's everybody, right? Yeah, that's everybody. So thank you so much to all those businesses. Check them out. Like, the restaurants are nice and close to that hotel. So if you're staying there, perfect to go to. If, you're staying for multiple days, have already maybe done a breakfast, lunch, dinner at the hotel, right? You got some other options in the area. Dave & Buster's, looking for something to do, fun activities, go to Dave & Buster's. I'll be talking more about Dave & Buster's in my next episode. So stay tuned because I have a whole experience to go over about Dave & Buster's. So had such a fun time. So, that's a great place to check out. And then you've got, like, if you want to do something artsy, crafty, go to Creative Fire. They actually have the wheels, which I feel is not something you always get at places where you can do pottery. So that's super cool. They also have a retail storefront as well. And then Board Game Barrister, like so many options for games, right? So go there, get some games, bring them back to the hotel room, bring them home, after for friends and family, like check them out. You can literally just like walk over there from the hotel because it's located in Mayfair Mall right there. And then Explorium Brew Pub, Golden Nest, Maggio's, Woodfire Pizza, like check those places out as, places to see and explore. So everything's super close, all within 5 miles, maybe even less than 5 miles of the hotel. So you could really, if you aren't driving in for your weekend or for whatever you're staying for at the Renaissance, Ubers are going to be relatively low because you're in that under 5 mile. You could also walk to quite a few of them too. So make sure to check them out. They'll all be tagged in the show notes. But with that, next up is going to be an interview with Chef Jose, and he is the chef at Eldr+Rime, which is where we all had dinner for our girls' weekend. So after we opened up goodie bags, posted that little live story, which through the 16th, you can get one of those goodie bags as well. So that's why you want to check out social media extra. Enter that giveaway for your chance to win your very own goodie bag. And then, we went to dinner downstairs, Eldr+Rime, stunning restaurant, and let's learn more about it.
So I didn't know this before coming here. I, researched, found it out, and actually our waitress informed us that it's Scandinavian and it means fire and ice.
Sure.
Do you know what inspired this theme for the restaurant?
So, part of the ownership that we work with and Concord themselves both focused on a lot of like unique styles of cooking. I think Scandinavian is something that's not touched upon very much here. We started very Scandinavian and we kind of became more of a chef curated menu style. We kept the essence of Scandinavia essentially with the decor and everything in the restaurant, but we're doing more chef curated, chef seasonal menus, kind of like to see what locally like brings all of our providers and stuff like that. So
Okay, great. Yeah, it was really cool, like to see the fire and
Yeah.
the food
That
being
for sure
cooked and
we kept 100%. We're still very strongly going with fire in the ice, with the wood fire, with the live fire cooking. That is our essence right there with smoking, and that kind of goes hand in hand with Scandinavian cooking,
okay.
along with the raw bar with all the cold seafood options and quality seafood that we do here.
Yeah. So can you describe like the culinary experience that guests can expect when they come here?
I think they can expect what we try to do here is to build a following essentially for us, and kind of know that you can only get this type of food from us because it's a very chef curated and led group here where we take opinions from all of our team. I like to talk to everybody from my sous chefs to down to the line cooks. You can learn something from everybody, and I like to make people feel like they have a part to give in the restaurant, and it's not just the chefs. So everybody gets to put their part in the menu.
Love that. What are some signature dishes or cocktails that guests should try when they're visiting the restaurant?
So, for our dishes right now, we have the king crab legs. You can't find those in many places. We serve those with our house garlic butter, and we cook them in the wood fire oven, which gives them an amazing flavor. Same with the tomahawk. We have a 38-ounce tomahawk. We also cook it over wood fire and finish it in the wood fire oven, so you get that nice smoky flavor. Quality meats. I think that's our main points: quality ingredients, quality dishes for people to enjoy on a special night, or just if you want to have some good food.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
My favorite, that's a tough one. Um, right now, I really like the steaky papas, which is our New Year's strip with house chimichurri, and we do our brava sauce, which means spicy in Portuguese. It's not very spicy. We toned it down a little bit for to appease to everybody. But that's one of my favorites right now. Also, the halibut. We do a corn cream sauce underneath. We do the halibut rub with spices, and then we do a soy ginger reduction over that.
And that had a little kick to it.
Yeah, that one has a little bit more of a kick.
Yeah. One of my friends was very excited to try that, and then actually the one with the dietary restriction was also able. That was something that she was able to have.
That's awesome.
So she enjoyed that a lot. How does Eldr+Rime incorporate local ingredients and flavors into the menu?
So first of all, we have our own garden out here that we grow our own plants and vegetables during the summer. We already started actually getting stuff going for spring, so by the time summer comes around, we're already with fresh herbs grown in house. We do local providers, so Marchese, Pritzlav, Fortune. They're all around the area. The furthest that we go is Chicago, where Fortune is located.
Okay.
So I think we focus on as much locally as we can, local product, the quality of the ingredients, our microgreens are local, as much as we can do, obviously.
Right. Yeah. That's great. That's really neat that you guys do that. What sets, I mean, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but what additionally sets Eldr+Rime apart from other options in the Milwaukee area?
Like I said, it's just the uniqueness of the people working here. I think that's the biggest thing. We get together and really come up with unique experiences for everybody. We also have our private dinners that we do every now and then for month to month. We'll partner with wine companies. We'll partner with local beer companies. We'll partner with all kinds of different people who do liquor, and then we'll do a menu based off of that, and we'll do a ticketed event. The last one we did was a sake, actually a nation-inspired dinner where we had a good turnout. We did up to 40 people at around $90 per person. It comes with a drink and an entree. We did 5 courses, so very worth the price.
Yeah. Does the restaurant ensure a memorable experience for both small and large parties?
So we do these 2 rooms right here. Actually, they're both for larger parties. If you want to have that uniqueness and that seclusion from the whole restaurant, these are our private dinner events where you can have a group or a work meeting or whatever it is. We also have done during Valentine's Day. Actually, we had somebody propose to their girlfriend here, and we set up the whole thing when they came in, and we wrote on the plate, "Will you marry me?" and all the good stuff. So it's just talking to people, letting them know that we're here to listen, and whatever you got going on, we can appease.
And then, can you tell the listeners a little bit more about the new spring menu? I know we had the opportunity to try one of the desserts that's going to be on the spring menu. Correct, right? The rose. The rose, yes, which was just stunning and delicious.
Glad you liked it. That's for desserts. That's the kind of thing you can expect. We're really trying to go out there with the flavors, and really, like you said, setting us apart and giving that unique experience is something that you can't find everywhere else. And it's all made in house, so it's really unique to us and the people that we have working. That one was made by our pastry chef, Brittany. So working together with her and bringing out the best in our people is what we do. The spring menu itself, I worked on it for the last month and a half. You can expect a lot of fresh ingredients, a lot of fresh flavors. For instance, the lamb chops that I know you said was one of your favorites. We're switching to a saffron cream sauce now, which I've tried it out with a few specials for different days, and people really enjoy it. Saffron cream, and then we do roasted garlic broccolini over the open fire, give it a nice char and flavor to it, and then with the lamb chops that we marinate in house. That's one of my favorites. We also have our new roasted chicken, which is going to replace the one that we have. It's a quarter chicken, and we're going to do Peruvian style cooking. And that's what it really, in my eyes, sets us apart from other places, is that you could have something like lamb chops, which is like that style is more Spanish, Portuguese style. And then you shoot to like the chicken, which we're going to have a Peruvian style with it. It's going to be jasmine rice, cilantro, garlic, sauteed with butter. And then from there, we're going to do our slow roasted chicken, and then to finish it off at a higher temperature in the wood fire oven, so it gets nice and crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. And then our house made ají verde sauce, which is all kinds of different fresh flavors, herbs, peppers, onions, give it that nice freshness to spring going into summer, and then our house pickled onions, which goes perfectly.
Okay. Yeah. Very exciting. And that'll be out soon, right?
Yeah. We're shooting for probably by next weekend. We'll be ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So by the time this episode is out.
Yeah. We should be all there.
Yeah. And then how can reservations be made, and where can listeners follow to stay up to date on what's happening here at Eldr+Rime?
Reservations can be made through Open Table, or you can call directly to the restaurant. As far as looking at what we have going on, I would keep an eye on our page on Instagram and on Facebook. We post mostly everything that we got going on there, so our new menu will be going on there. When we do these special dinners, they'll be going on there. And like I said, now that summer is coming too, we're going to be doing some stuff outside. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, great. Yes. And then you've recently been promoted in your role here at Eldr+Rime. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So here, I've been working in the hotel for about almost 4 years now. I started as a sous chef, worked my way up, and now executive chef for the whole property. And it's really exciting to be able to work with everybody and people that I've worked with for years now and come together to do more great things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on that. So is there anything else that you'd like to share about Eldr+Rime listeners?
If you like fresh flavors, really interesting dishes, we're only going to go more and more higher upscale and elevated as far as we can to push ourselves to be better chefs, to create better memories for everybody who's coming to Eldr+Rime.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having us. Yeah,
pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So that was a great interview with Chef Jose. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to take part in that interview. The food was amazing at Eldr+Rime. I have been there before for brunch, and the brunch was really, really good as well. With this dinner, I tried some new things because, you should always try new things, right? And so crab was one of those new things. Some of the girls were really excited to get crab, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. Not really a seafood person. I have to say the crab was good. It's a lot of work for those that choose to get crab often. Oh, that's work. Okay. Cracking it and and it's messy. But yeah, but it was good. And then I would get crab again. And then we also got the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts, I think they're on my top Brussels sprouts I've had list. Hands down. I think the pork belly with them made it extra, because you got that really salty, and then the balsamic, and then the Brussels sprouts. It just worked together so well. And then what else did we have? Oh, we had the bread cheese, which it's crusty, crispy bread slices, and then this delicious jam, and the cheese comes to you lit on fire, which is so cool. And it's in this little cast iron thing, and it was really good. All three together, right? And then for dinner, we shared entrees. So we tried the halibut, the lamb, and the duck fried rice. All were amazing. Oh, and we got the mac and cheese too, which is a side, but it's definitely shareable. And that's kind of how their menu's built, actually, which is kind of nice. A lot of the items are on the shareable side, so the sides are going to be for more than one person. So the Brussels sprouts were technically a side as well, but we ordered them during our appetizer. Your waiter will ask upon your arrival if it's your first time there or not, so they can explain how to order kind of off the menu too, which is nice. So I was the only one that had ever been there before, so we got the whole spiel, on how to recommending on how to order from the menu. But the lamb, I brought this up. I know that I loved that in the interview, but man, that lamb, just amazing. So if you like lamb or have maybe wanted to try it and weren't sure, like, try it at Eldr+Rime, okay? And then the halibut was good. Again, coming from a non-seafood fish eater, like, I took a bite to try it and it was good, but it's not something I would personally order because I just don't, not a big fish fan. The ladies that enjoy seafood loved it. They loved it. So they loved the pairing of flavors and everything, and it definitely has a kick. So then the duck fried rice was just something fun to try. I've only had duck once in my life before, and we're talking that was more than 10 years ago. So just kind of cool that they, have like a different like option, like protein option. And the fried rice with it was really, really good. Very good flavors. Again, very generous portions as well. So everything was amazing. The cocktails were great. We got an assortment of them and everyone liked their cocktails. So make sure to check out Eldr+Rime next time you're looking for a place to go to eat. Their spring menu is launching. That dessert, that rose dessert, was just one of the best desserts I've had. And it's like one of those desserts that, what's nice about it is I feel like no matter how full you are from dinner, like, you could eat that whole dessert because it's a light dessert. Like, some desserts are really heavy and some are light. Like, I prefer a light dessert, especially after such a meal, because then it doesn't add to like the extra like full feel. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm weird. We know I am. So, but that's one of the weird things that I would say I notice with dessert. But yeah, so thank you again so much to all the businesses and that participated in the goodie bags. Again, thank you to Renaissance Milwaukee West and Eldr+Rime for hosting our girls' weekend. We had an absolute blast, and make sure to check them out. Whether you're looking for your girls' weekend, I know a lot of the girls were saying like it would make a super cute like date night weekend, date night, date weekend kind of thing with that staycation vibe because they're all local to the Milwaukee area. And that suite makes it really nice for like families to spread out more because it is a sofa sleeper also that's in the room. Super easy to put together because one of the girls slept on the sofa sleeper and she said it was a nice restful sleep. It's easy enough to put away quickly in the morning, as we all gathered for breakfast because we just did a little DIY breakfast. Everyone brought something and we ate, one final meal together before we had to leave, did a few more videos and things. So yeah, I think that's that. And I'm currently working on trying to plan the next girls' weekend. It'll likely be end of May or June, and then one in the fall. So my hope is to do 3 to 4 a year a season, same thing. But that is a hope. So we shall see. So I guess here's a plug. If you're a hotel or CVB listening and would like to host a girls' weekend, let me know. It's all in the Wisconsin area. I'd say like 2 hours from the Milwaukee like zip code would be kind of the span of girls' weekend currently, unless it really were to be for sure 2 to 3 nights for driving that far, because to get time for content is something that, whoa man, if you are not on the, digital content creator work, like, it's a lot. And I feel like I don't even do a lot of stuff. So for those that like digital content is like their thing and that's like what they do all day, every day, it's a lot more like taxing and things like that than you would expect, man. So it's fun though. Like, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. I loved how enthusiastic the girls were this weekend for putting together all the videos and stuff. Andrea and Stephanie even came up with their own. So cute. Love that. And already, yeah, like I said, planning the next girls' weekend, hoping that this location works out. I already have the themes in mind. If I get this specific location, like, my brain just doesn't turn off. Does anyone's brain turn off? I don't know. So with that, until next time.